We recently got the news that Elon Musk and Marco Rubio got into a fight in front of President Trump at a cabinet meeting, and it was an intense fight. Marco Rubio was very much caught off guard by Elon Musk's arrogance, his desire to control the executive branch and the Trump administration. And he was like, hey, I did not sign up to get bossed around by Elon Musk, this unelected guy who just so happens to be the richest person on the planet. There were heads of administrative agencies there, and it was very tense. So Marco Rubio, of course, he's a foreign policy guy, and he was upset with Elon Musk and his general tone. Elon Musk is a little more of a domestic policy guy in terms of the way that he's trying to cut the spending and do these firings with Doge in the federal government, the Treasury, the IRS, all that stuff. So Trump's got these two guys fighting. What's going to happen with this? Well, we know that progressives are very happy about this. They think it's absolutely delectable, and who can blame them? This happens all the time, that when there's Democrats fighting each other or Republicans fighting each other, the other side gets the popcorn and goes yeehaw because it's going to be entertaining. They love divide and conquer. They love to see a civil war among people that they can't stand. So this is obviously a very entertaining prospect for progressives. But what does this mean? Does this mean that the Trump administration is going to get destroyed from within, that there's going to be a civil war, that Trump is going to have to pick sides, and someone is going to be left with their heart completely broken? We don't know that yet. I mean, a lot of progressives have been wish-casting the idea of the massive Trump-Elon divorce that happens when they inevitably butt heads, but that hasn't happened yet. They're still buddies. Elon's still going to these White House events, wearing his dark MAGA hat and his t-shirt, and joining Trump, bringing his son to the Oval Office. So, look, they get along well. That's what the evidence shows. But will they get along so well as things continue to go on? Will Trump need to pick a side eventually? Will this lead to this destruction of his administration? And, we get people leaving the administration and writing these best-selling books on the horrors of the Trump administration and the daily White House drama that they endured for months or weeks or years or however long they spent in the White House. It's an interesting question. So Elon Musk and Marco Rubio, we see two guys with very strong institutional power. Elon Musk's institutional power comes from his amount of wealth. He's the wealthiest person on the planet. And there's reason to believe that, Trump is attracted to that. Trump admires that. He's like, yo, rich guy must be smart, right? Joe Rogan thinks that way too. It's like, oh, richest person on the planet must be the most brilliant person on the planet. Elon Musk's wealth dwarfs Donald Trump's, and Donald Trump is a billionaire. So he's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Elon, yeah. And then he assures people, oh, Elon's not the real president. So it's like, what's going on behind the scenes? Then Marco Rubio also has a lot of institutional power. He was in the Senate, and he just got confirmed by the Senate 99-0. The Democrats voted for Marco Rubio, although I, of course, heard some rumblings about Democrats saying they're starting to regret that after the whole thing with Trump and Zelensky and Vance in the Oval Office. But yeah, he got 99 votes. So he's got a lot of backing from both establishment Republicans, quote-unquote populist Republicans, which basically is just far-right, edgy Republicans who are more openly fascistic, and Democrats, establishment Democrats and more populist Democrats alike, backed Marco Rubio. So he's a darling of the establishment. Elon Musk is a darling of MAGA right now, but that might change. So will Trump have to choose sides or risk his administration exploding? I just don't know. I think that it's going to blow over. I'm sorry to say. Recall the H-1B visa drama at the end of December, I believe it was. The H-1B visa drama, you had Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy on one side. You had the more so-called populist, anti-immigration, antagonistic MAGA forces, the base of MAGA on the other side. And then President Trump weighed in, and what did President Trump say? He said, yeah, Elon's right. Elon's right. H-1B visas are a very good thing. I think they're a tremendous good thing. Yeah, they're very good. And that kind of just ended that. How many right-wingers do you still hear complaining about H-1B visas? Saying, oh, Trump supports H-1B visas, so he's not a true conservative. He's a rhino. He's a cuck-servative. No, they're all falling in line behind Trump, even though, he upset them on H-1B visas, and he sided with a guy, Elon Musk, who upset them. They just don't like to attack Trump, So regardless of who Trump sided with in this dispute, I don't think that MAGA is gonna divorce themselves from Trump. I think he could side with Rubio, and they might on the inside be a little disappointed, but they'll move on. they'll move on. They'll be like, oh, he sided with the establishment. Oh, well, he's still anti-establishment. He's still owning the libs. He's still fighting the deep state. He's still this hero who's cleaning the house. He's draining the swamp. So they'll roll with it. If he sides with Elon Musk, they'll like that. They'll probably like that. But at the same time, the people in Congress, how will they feel? The people in Congress, of course, backed Rubio. They did not approve Elon Musk. Will the Republicans in Congress start trash talking Trump behind his back for siding with Rubio over Musk if he does that? Or excuse me, Musk over Rubio. Will that happen? Trump's got to be careful. Mitch McConnell is already fuming at Donald Trump. And of course, Mitch McConnell is not running for re-election next year. But still, is Trump going to alienate the Republicans in Congress if he starts veering too far into the Elon Musk direction? Let's gut the administrative state, let's fire all these federal workers direction. He's already upset Lisa Murkowski, who, to be fair, is a very moderate Republican from Alaska. But she's like, these firings, he's going a bit too far. Look, I support government efficiency, but this is a bit too far. So, yeah, I look forward to the idea of Trump alienating his base. Unfortunately, Trump's base are not quite as principled as progressives, who will be easily turned off by a Democrat being weak or not having good rhetoric on certain issues. They're simply going to stick with him, even if he puts his middle finger in their face, which he is with his policies. I mean, they're getting fired all over the place. I just wonder, how much chaos can his administration take? Certainly the media is going to give a lot of negative coverage to the drama. They're going to play it up for divide and conquer purposes. Particularly CNN and MSNBC, those news outlets, they love to do divide and conquer against Republicans. I just don't know. Do you think that this is going to spell the end of the Trump administration, that this is going to lead to a bunch of people jumping ship, a bunch of hurt feelings? Or do you think that a week or two from now, nobody will care about this? I honestly could see it being that a week or two from now, nobody cares about this at all. It's just kind of entertaining. Rubio and Musk getting into a boxing fight. That is something we ought to see. Who do you think would win? Little Marco or President Musk? Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Morris the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.